So people often ask me what the biggest difference is between living in Italy versus living in America. And I would say the number one thing is that in Italy, nothing gets done quickly. Back in America, I always had a to-do list and I would check things off as I got them done throughout the day. Here in Italy, I have a list of things that need to be done and I make a little check mark after each one every time I try. So the other day, my son wanted to get a fishing license so he could go out and go fishing. And I said, okay, great. So I looked on Google, I found a fishing store. Perfect. We go down there, we talk to the lady, we kind of figure it out in Italian. How do we get a fishing license? And she pulls out a fishing license and she shows it to us. Oh, like this? I'm like, yes, like that. Let's do it right here. I'll pay you right now. And she's like, oh, no, no, no. For that, you go to the post office. Like, post office for a fishing license? Okay. So I kind of took down some notes and I go to the post office, get in line, talk to the lady, and she's like, oh, yeah, yeah. For a fishing license, you fill out this form, but we don't have them. I was like, okay, well, what do I do? And she's like, well, you can fill out this blank form. And I was like, okay. So we start filling it out and she's like, okay, well, how much is a fishing license? And I was like, why are you asking me? Like, I'm here to buy it from you. Do you not know how much a fishing license is? And she's like, no, I don't. Like, why would we know that? And I'm like, because you're selling them. Now, here's the thing that I love about Italy. Everyone's connected. So she hops on the phone and she calls the fishing store and she's like, hey, how much is a fishing license? They tell her how much the fishing license is. She writes it on the form. I pay her the money, gives me the receipt. And then I'm like, okay, when do I get my license? And she's like, oh, maybe the receipt is your license. well, well, is the receipt my license? I don't want to get a fine for poaching fish. And she's like, yeah, no, probably the receipt is your license. I'm like, okay. So that's pretty much how you get things done here. You kind of like work them through one step at a time, and then you kind of get them done. Maybe we aren't sure. But somehow it all works out.